Dude, there's so much to talk about with Stranger Things now that I know that you've watched it, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
man.
And not only did I watch it, but I've also like rewatched the whole series before it to get ready for it. So I'm pretty fresh in my mind. So let's get this baby started.
Sick.
Hey friends, it's time for another new episode of the Two Clouded Mind Show with your favorite hosts, Chris
I have a very caveman brain.
and Dave.
He's falling apart in front of our eyes.
Subscribe to the Two Clouded Mind Show on YouTube
See our pretty faces.
and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Clouded mind. Clouded. Come on.
Two clouded minds, baby. I love you guys.
Oh my God, you're meant to do that.
What's up, everybody? We're back.
Hello
We're
and
back.
welcome.
Hey, hi, Dave.
How you doing?
I'm good. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Two Clouded Mind Show.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Every week I always say different things in the beginning about the intro, but this is the first time since we've been on Zoom that it came in full, loud, and clear, beginning to end.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what changed.
I don't know, but I like it.
Yeah, right.
I like it. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess we just say fair warning. We're going to talk about Stranger Things, whatever, I know everybody has seen it. Probably like 85 million homes have streamed it. I know it crashed Netflix at one point, which is cool.
Is that right?
Yeah. Netflix crashed, I think, the night it came out for a couple hours or like an hour or
nice.
something.
So actually, so you said, like, fair warning, spoilers, right?
Spoilers if you haven't seen chapter one, volume one. and
Of the
then-
newest season, or if you haven't seen
yeah.
anything, because we're probably going to talk a little bit about like just the show in general, maybe like some potential.
I'd like to hear your
history.
theories too about how you think it's going to end, because
How
I
I
have
think it's
my
gonna
own
end.
based on what I've seen so far.
All right, so hold on a second. I want to get to the Wikipedia for Stranger Things. If people don't know, we'll start we'll start at the beginning of this conversation. We may as well, right?
Yeah.
So Stranger Things, if you don't know, is a Netflix series, and it's about some kids and in a town where there's some crazy stuff going on. For the Wikipedia,
Hawkins, Indiana.
that's right. Wikipedia says that it's an American television series created by the Duffer Brothers for Netflix, produced by Monkey Massacre Productions and 21 Laps Entertainment. The first season was released on Netflix July 15th, 2016. Second season 2017, third season 2019. Fourth season was released in 2 parts in May and July 2022. The fifth and final season is being released now. It just came out it's being released in 3 parts. In November, which is what just came out. December being Christmas, it said.
And then New Year's Eve.
And then it just says December, so maybe that's right. Maybe the end of New Year's. So it's like Christmas and New Year's is when the last
and
parts are coming in.
I heard that there's a little bit of buzz saying, I don't know if it's rumor or what, but they are going to release the last one on Netflix, obviously. But the last episode is going to be over 2 hours long, and there were talks about it being in a theater, like released in theaters,
Like a movie.
as well, which would be sick, dude. I would go. I
That would be cool.
go.
Yeah, that would be cool. Set in 1980s, the series centers on residents of a fictional small town of Hawkins, Indiana. After a young girl with psychokinetic abilities opens a gateway between Earth and a hostile alternate dimension, which they call the Upside Down. And so it goes on to tell who the cast is, but we don't have to worry about that and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's as much, I guess, background as I need to do here.
Yeah, I mean,
So okay, where do you want to start? You want to start? So basically, we just watched the first 4 episodes of the last season of the final season, which is going on right now. So again, spoiler alert.
yeah, for sure. And I want to start off by saying I like how it's opened with us getting to see what actually happened to Will the night of his mysterious disappearing back in episode 1, season 1.
Right. Yeah.
Which is
So
pretty cool.
that's good. They took you all the way back to when the first episode started.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or not really, maybe not started, but the very first episode, because in the very first episode, basically a kid gets kidnapped, like gets taken. And so they spend a couple of episodes looking for this kid. And turns out the kid ends up being in a different dimension because he was taken there by a monster. And when he gets there, when the monster grabs him and steals him, takes him to the other dimension, he like gives him to the monster gives the kid to his master, who we didn't meet the master until like the 3rd season or something like that, right? It was a while before we actually met this dude. And the master kind of like sticks him in like this thing in the wall, like in vines in the wall or whatever, and starts pumping him full of like goop and poisons and stuff like that, and keeping him in some sort of like trance.
Mm-hmm.
And so we finally found out like what that was, and that's important because now this evil guy who, like, what's his name? They call him Vecna.
He
Henry.
has a couple names: Henry Creel, Vecna, and One, because he was the first of Dr. Brenner's.
Right. Yeah, we haven't even talked about that yet.
Yeah.
So the kid gets kidnapped, or to our knowledge, gets just taken away. And at the same time he gets taken away, this girl shows up out of nowhere, who doesn't really know anything about anything. She's just kind of like, she has shaved head, and she's in a hospital gown, and she can barely speak. She speaks like a 3-year-old, and she doesn't know anything about anything. She bumps into these kids in the woods, and
'cause they're out looking for Will.
They're out looking for their
her.
friend, right? And they find her, and turns out, long story short, she's got psychokinetic abilities. She's able to move things with her mind and do things with her mind. So they find out that she's got these special powers. So they befriend her, and they give her a place to stay and hide out. And all the while, they're still looking for their friend, and she's the one who knows where the friend is, but she can't really fully explain it because she can't really talk conversationally. And so she explains that the kid is in this upside down universe, this upside down dimension, which is basically
Hawkins that day frozen in time.
Right.
The mirror image of it.
Right. It flipped over essentially. And so I guess where do you go from here? I mean, they eventually find the kid. They go into the upside down. They find the kid, and then but you think it's over, but it's not over because the thing is, we now know that everything is being done by this guy Vecna, by Henry Creel, by One. So when 11, we find out 11 her name is actually Jane. We find out that she's been in this hospital with a bunch of other kids, and they're all just numbered kids, and they're trying to like cultivate this psychokinetic power that these kids have. And some of them are stronger than others and whatever, but they're all like, she's number 11. There's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Nobody knew who number
12 in total.
Right. Nobody knew who number 1 was. Number 2 was the only one who was like there. It was from 2 to 12. There was only those kids. Nobody knew who number 1 was. Turns out number 1 was the assistant, the nurse or whatever you want to call it, the physician's assistant who would be there helping out. And he had very, very strong psychokinetic powers, stronger than everybody else. And so he goes crazy one day and he kills everybody. And he goes to try to kill 11, but she out psychopowers him. And in killing him, in thinking that she's killing him, what she really did was rip a hole into the dimension.
She opened the first gate
and sent him there to
Dimension X.
to the upside down.
And that's where he created the Mind Flayer.
Which is
Basically that big weird,
that cloud.
yeah, that cloud with like tentacles and stuff. But I think, now watching season 5, the first 4 episodes, it kind of gave a lot more insight to how Vecna plays a role in that. I think the Mind Flayer is like the main player, but it really had no control until L sent Henry in there. And then finally it had a mind because he's so smart and he knows all these like weird things and he's super manipulative and you know what I mean? Like it needed the brain to form Vecna. So now I think
So you think that the Mind Flayer existed, but
Mm.
it didn't have a vessel or a tool.
Yeah, a host or yeah.
So when Henry went there, the Mind Flayer turned him into Vecna.
Was completed basically, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But because the show is so like heavy on D&D from the first season,
Yep. Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't know if you remember, they did a lot of flashbacks and I watched the whole series again and the recap and all that stuff. They created like their first campaign had these creatures in it, essentially. And to kill Vecna, you need to roll a 20.
Yep.
Right? I'm getting way too ahead of myself because now like my explanation for that ties into something that we didn't even get to yet.
Okay. Which is what?
Who was behind the door in the Hawkins lab when the whole time they thought they were keeping Vecna in the Max Z, but it turns out it was Kali, number 8,
Right.
L's sister.
Right.
And the way it looked like she was like either like powering something or they were just fully controlling her with those sonar, those
The speakers or whatever.
kryptonite. They called the kryptonite.
Yeah, maybe they were I don't know if they were keeping her at bay or if they were somehow like using her powers.
Yeah, like she was like a battery or some sort.
Yeah.
But you got L's number 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kali is number 8.
Yep.
Vecna is number 1.
Yes.
But when he was talking to Will, he said, "You were my first choice because whatever, your mind, you broke so easily, blah, 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 blah." He's
Right.
telling him how he wants to reshape the world with children because they're easily, manipulated. So you take Vecna out of that, you add Will with his new powers and him being the first choice. If they team up, that makes 20. They can defeat Vecna.
20.
They essentially roll the 20 with L being 11, Kali being number 8, and Will being the first person that Vecna chose. Those numbers equal. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but that equals 20. And essentially that's the role they need to defeat Vecna.
So you
But I
think they
also
can't
don't
defeat him until all 3 of them are together?
Yes, but I also don't think that Vecna is the final boss.
You think the
Because
Mind
all the
Flayer?
flashbacks, no, I think they're going to fight some sort of a multi-headed dragon.
What?
Yes, dude.
Okay, where did that
There's
come
gonna
from?
Dude, there's gonna be another creature introduced. I'm telling you. So in flashbacks and stuff, you see one of them was the D&D campaign where they're bringing out all the figurines and stuff and they have to fight the dragon. And then in season 3 when Will's pretty much trying to come out to Mike, because he has feelings for Mike,
Yeah.
aka he's, spoiler alert if you didn't know. Um, he showed Mike a painting he made
Yep.
of their party
Yep.
fighting a dragon, slaying a dragon, a
Right.
multi-headed dragon.
Right.
So these are all things that I think are going to come into play.
So I think the very first like show was them, like when you're introduced to them, they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm pretty sure that the very first like major major villain monster that they fight is that 3-headed dragon. It's like, I don't remember what they call it, like this tetrahydra or something like that, some sort of whatever. And he's like, don't do it, it's gonna be the such and such. And they're like, I don't know. He's like, yeah, don't do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it, and it's the such and such, whatever. And they throw that. So it was like the very first episode. So I mean, they had that, and then they I guess, with the painting or whatever. But I don't know, man. I feel like I would be very surprised if some sort of 3-headed dragon got introduced at this late stage, because they only have a few episodes left.
Yeah.
It would be insane for that. Like, where does this 3-headed dragon come from? Like, how did that happen? That part, you lost me there. No 3-headed dragon.
I think that final fight is going to go down at the radio station at the Squawk.
Okay.
It's something is going to involve the radio tower that Jonathan and Steve raced up to fix.
Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He was like, no, I'll do it.
Right.
They're fighting for Nancy's affection or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But we know how that's going to, Nancy and the other dude are going to get engaged because Murray gave him the Coltrane tape and said it's going to be quite engaging. It had a ring in it.
It had a ring, yeah.
Real quick about Murray.
I think he's going to ask her, and she's going to say no. At first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really, real quick behind the scenes, that they're an actual couple in real life.
Surprise, surprise.
That's pretty cool.
I guess, yeah.
But did you catch, because I know you like old movies and I know you've seen Spies Like Us.
Yes.
Did you catch what Murray said when he rolled up to the military base the first time? He says, gentlemen, how we doing? Blah, blah, blah. Austin Milbarge, blah, 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 089er, here for a delivery.
Uh-huh.
Austin Milbarge was Dan Aykroyd's name in that movie, Spies Like Us.
Oh, that's cool.
So like cool Easter egg.
I did sort of recognize. It sounds sort of familiar to me, but I never would have placed that.
Yeah. The Duffer Brothers are really good at putting all kinds of crazy stuff. Like this was like such like a homage to the 80s. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Like the Back to the Future reference when they're trying to dial in their radar, it gets to 88 dB, and the DeLorean had to get to 88 miles an hour to time travel.
Right.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
When Holly's being taken and she grabs onto the bed, that's like, oh, what the hell's the name of that movie? They're here.
Not Exorcist. No, it's Poltergeist.
Poltergeist. Yeah. Yep. And in that moment, Will says they're here.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. We get to see Max in the in Henry's mindscape.
Yeah, so she's Max is currently like she was picked to die in a previous season, and so she got her arms and legs broken, but didn't end up dying. But she ended up in a coma, and so she's been in a coma this whole time. So the kids are like visiting her. The one dude, Lucas, is visiting her over and over again, speaking to her, talking to her, playing her that song, right? And all this time she's been stuck in this alternate dimension or whatever stuck in maybe Henry's mind or wherever it is, where she's like, I guess, fighting against it, rebelling against it. She's not under control necessarily. She just can't get out of it.
Yeah, she actually
She's like lost in his mind.
Yeah, in Dimension X, she found the rocks that essentially render him powerless. He can't cross that barrier because apparently, and this is where I don't know if you heard about the Broadway play for Stranger Things.
No.
It ties a lot in because it's all set back in like the 50s. That's why Max had that weird like it was almost like she was in the 50s in that high school.
Mm-hmm.
And if you paid attention, like Joyce was there, Hopper was there, Henry Creel was there. She was passing out flyers for people to watch her play.
Right.
And Max picked up the thing. Henry Creel was in it. Hopper was in it. So like they all know each other from back then, which is really bizarre. Like they all went to high school together.
Okay.
Pretty weird.
You mean Henry Creel or Victor Creel?
Henry?
Isn't he a different age than them? He's not. He's as old as Hopper and Joyce. Henry.
Yeah, but because of
one,
what happened to him, I guess he's locked in that age.
Okay.
But yeah, because he was born to Victor, who ended up gouging his own eyes out.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. There's like so many theories about that too, like because of all like the blood, they were doing blood testing on one to make all the other children. That's how they have like 11 and all, you know, they took blood from him and transfused it into these other kids, or into her mother, like 11's mother. So like Henry could be her dad, essentially, through science.
Through science. So you think number one was like the sperm donor for all those kids?
That's how they all have powers. But each of them just adapted differently to how they got them, I think. Because like number 8, she has the power like of illusion. Like she can make you think that something's there that's not. 11's got the telekinesis. 1 has all the powers.
Yeah, maybe.
Will has rainbow power now. Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, so Will's got powers now because I guess
Dude.
he's connected to Henry.
When I saw that scene, I slammed my head down on my coffee table. I was like, "Son of a bitch!"
Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good. So you think Will's going to turn bad, or you think he's going to stay good? I think he stays good.
I think he stays good, but I think he also might be the sacrifice to save everybody. We're going to lose a major character. We have to come to terms with that. We have to come to terms that we're going to lose a major character. And it could be, I think it could be either Jonathan, Steve, Will, or 11.
Okay.
And I only say this because when they were running up the radio tower, Jonathan was wearing a shirt from the band called The Fall. Could be foreshadowing, could not be. And then Steve, just his character arc has just changed, so he might do something to save somebody, like Dustin.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I could see an argument for like Hopper. Also, he could be the one that dies instead of 11. You know, something like that.
We're gonna cry before the end of this is over.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll see. But there's
Dude,
still a
it's
lot
so
that needs
good.
to be resolved. Yeah, there's still a lot that needs to be resolved.
And in the trailer for Volume 1, they showed a lot of scenes that weren't in Volume 1. Did you catch that?
I don't think I watched the trailer.
Oh, dude. Yeah, go back and watch the trailer for Volume 1. There's a lot of scenes that you're like, wait, that didn't happen yet.
Where's the trailer?
YouTube.
Hold on a second. I just got a notification that I need to take a look at real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Sunday. All right, I'm good. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, I love all the heavy references, like Holly, for instance.
Who?
Holly.
Okay.
Holly Wheeler.
Right.
Mike gives her the sorceress figurine to, it'll keep you safe. Because she's scared of the monsters. There's a lot of like weird things in the background. Like obviously she's fascinated with A Wrinkle in Time, who has a character named Mrs. Whatsit.
Right.
And she's talking to Mr. Whatsit, who is Henry.
Right, but they all talk to Mr. Whatsit, so he must be getting them because they're all reading that book in school. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. Because that age, you read that book in school. So he's probably
Which is essentially the same kind of story, and it involves time travel.
I read it a long time ago. I read it when I was a little kid, but I don't remember much of it.
I don't think I've ever read it.
Yeah, I definitely did. There's A Wrinkle in Time. There's A Wind in the Door, and there's A Swiftly Tilting Planet. Swiftly Tilting Planet. Yeah, there's three. It's a trilogy, but I remember like one thing from them completely from all three of the books. It's crazy. Like it was so long ago that I read them. I can't even believe I remember the titles. A Wrinkle in Time, A Wind in the Door, A Swiftly Tilting Planet. There was
Do you notice how
Prognoscus.
When she was she's dancing around Henry Greel's house, and she's just trying on the different outfits.
Right.
She lands on the blue,
right,
which is basically Alice in Wonderland.
Right.
She puts the cape on, and then she gets the Boy Scout stuff, and she goes exploring.
Right.
Because she finds that note in the mailbox.
Right.
There's also like different things where like she could be the one to save everything. Like she could be like basically like the Rainbow Bright. Like if you remember the Rainbow Bright story, she turned the dark world colorful again.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. That would be something. But yeah, I don't know if Holly's gonna end up being like a hero or just like the the mechanism by which the plot moves along. Like somebody else needs to be involved so that they could continue doing their thing, So she's finally old enough to be a part. So it's just like, okay, now she's the one who's taken. I think that she just gets rescued at the end. And that's
Holly's definitely going to help Max get out of that world and come back, for sure. I think that plan's going to work. It's going to be shaky, but it's going to work. Of her going back to Henry's house without him knowing that she left in the first place.
Right. Yeah,
I think that's going to work.
I think that that's true. I think that that's how Holly is how Max gets back somehow.
Yeah.
Not sure how, but
yeah, dude. Oh man, I can't fucking wait. You got 21 days. It's 21 days.
It's not. It's not too long. It'll fly by.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll fly by. You can even go back and rewatch the episodes before. You know what I mean?
I've watched them 5 times
Oh.
each already,
Okay, never
and
mind.
they haven't gotten old yet.
Well, I'll say it. Like when I rewatched the series, when I started over from the beginning and rewatched again, I told a couple different people, I'm like, man, this is just as fucking good the second time.
Yeah.
Just as good.
I got something that's gonna blow your lid off, or you're gonna be like, dude, you're fucking ridiculous. That makes no sense. What if somehow Mr. Wheeler has something to do with this or knows something about this? You notice he's always the guy on the couch. He's job is never mentioned ever. They're starting to kind of showcase him a little more in this season, and they gave him that little mini fight scene with the Demogorgon. I think he might know something.
I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I just think that he's like a slightly he's like a barely developed character. He's a very flat character, and you know, I was wondering like how he would handle that situation with the Demogorgon, and he did more or less what I expected. But the thing is, I would have been with you. Well, maybe not with you, but I would think there's more to him if he had like really beat the shit out of that thing. But he didn't. You know, he basically just like did nothing and got knocked out. And then she was the one who stabbed the shit out of the Demogorgon. Like if he walked up behind it and just started whipping the shit out of it and like drew blood or something like that, I would think, okay, they're really going to give this guy more shit to do this season, you know? But he didn't even he wasn't even in that fight. He just walked up behind him and got knocked out. Like he didn't even do anything.
Mrs. Wheeler's hot.
Mrs. Wheeler,
hot this season.
she did the damage to the thing, you know?
Yeah.
She stabbed the shit out of it. I thought she was going to be the one who died. I thought both parents were just going to be the two that died. And I was like, oh, wow, they took these guys out pretty quick.
Yeah, that was my initial thought. I'm like, no fucking way. And then Nancy walks in. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I thought that they were still going to, even after Nancy walked in, I thought they were going to die. I thought that was it for them.
Yeah.
You know, you were going to see them at like the funeral parlor next or whatever.
When we're done with this, I'm probably going to watch the last episode again, or the last 2.
When we're done with this, I'm probably going to watch football.
Speaking of, I knew I shit the bed on
What do you
those
mean?
parlays like the first day.
Oh yeah, well, so did you? Oh, you mean the parlay that you sent to me?
Yeah, Wednesday and
Oh,
Thursday games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost first day. Second game.
Too many legs.
Yeah.
I actually had a pretty decent week, not like with my podcast picks, but with my work picks. At work, every week at work, we post a video, like the 4 guys that work like on streams. We post our football picks. We pick a 1-point pick, a 2-point pick, and a 3-point pick. And this week I got all 3 of them right. I had been in first place all season long, and then the last 2 weeks I got a 0 and then a 1. So everybody else caught up, and one guy passed me. And then I got 6 this week. So I need another big time week this coming week so that I can get back into first place.
Nice. I just got Madden 26 for the PlayStation. I've been playing that. It's pretty fun.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I haven't played video games in a really long time.
That was like the first. I played Call of Duty for an hour a week ago, and I was just like, yeah, this is fun, but I'm not like feeling it. So
Right.
just put the shit down. And then there was a Black Friday sale. So Madden went from 70 to like 35. So I was like, yeah, I'll get it. Fuck it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Those
not
are
bad.
like fun games. Pretty, all the same mechanics and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. You can it sometimes takes a little getting used to with some of the new features that they add, but for the most part, yeah. If you know it, you know
It's
it.
weird. Like you can play different modes. Like it's linked up with the actual live season. So like whoever the Eagles are going to play next is who I'm going to play if I turn the PlayStation on right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just
It lines up with like it's week 14 now or week 13.
so what do you mean it lines up? Like you would just if you were just gonna play a regular game, like you just turn the machine on.
Mm-hmm.
How does it know what team to give you?
Well, I picked my team that I would always play with as the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
So it gives me their schedule. So it's like in real time with their schedule while the season's going on. It's pretty cool.
And you're not playing a season; you're just playing games, or you're playing
Yeah,
like
just games. I haven't started like
a franchise.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I used to like to do the franchises. Maybe one day I will again. But the thing is, like, I don't have a PlayStation 5, and so I'm just like at this point, I'm just out of it. I'm just completely out of the video game.
Dude, my job just gave away a Switch 2 the other night for karaoke.
Is that
Dude,
good?
pretty cool. Yeah, dude. That's a sick prize for where I work.
Oh man, you should have
saying
told me.
I
I would have come and tried to win the. What was it? A contest? Karaoke contest?
Yeah, you just sing karaoke. You get
Oh, man.
tickets.
You get tickets?
Yeah.
What was that
Yeah,
mean?
some shitbag one. Some little shitbag. I wanted to steal it from him.
So what happened? You get a ticket if you sing, and then there's random drawing. Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah. I would have entered, but conflict of interest, I wouldn't have been able to win. And let's be honest, I would have handed it to like the hottest chick in the place. We hear you want to switch for like your little brother or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny thing
Or I
about
would've
the
donated
switches.
it to, like Toys or Tots or something, knowing damn well that whoever empties those boxes is going to steal that thing.
Yeah, you donate that thing, that's going to somebody who works there. No questions asked.
Sad but true.
Yeah. Did you do any? Have you done any Christmas shopping yet? Do you do Christmas shopping? Do you have like a lot of people to get for? No.
No, it's just me and the dog.
Are you gonna get anything for yourself for Christmas? A little
Nah,
treat yourself.
I'm no. I'm supposed to be in like a $25 limit Secret Santa. So like whoever I pick, I'll do that. And then every year I like to donate at least $100 to like a charity that I know is like a good charity. Like I know like 100% of it goes to
What are you gonna do? Which charity are you gonna do this year?
probably something for kids or the homeless.
My PSA order has shipped. Oh baby, Dean's gonna be so excited.
Uh-oh, what do we got? What do we got?
So I sent some cards out to get graded, and
Okay.
they're finished. And like the original estimated time of return was, around mid-December, and then it got pushed to like mid-January. So I've been expecting to get it back in mid-January, but I just got notified that it's shipped now, so I should get it in a couple days.
Nice.
And
Do you
then
know what you graded? What they graded them, or it's a surprise?
I have the information. Like I'm able to look at it if I want to on the app, but I'm not gonna look. I'm just gonna wait
That's
for it.
amazing, dude. That takes resilience, man. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of self control in every area, but I will be having a giant bowl of ice cream tonight. But I'm gonna wait on the grades.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
I saw it. It's nice because I've been telling my nephew. He asks me about it all the time, but I'm like, yeah, January. I'm sorry, January. And I showed him on my phone. I'm like, see right there, it says January. So, now I can decide whether I want to tell him or just give it to him on Christmas or something.
Oh, that'd be sweet. That'd be sweet. That'd be a cool surprise.
Yeah. Or or I could split the difference and just next time I see him, open it with him then, so that we can both find out what our grades are. Because I sent one Pokemon card for him. I don't know if I said that, but I sent like 4 or 5 of my cards and then one Pokemon card for him.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Is it a sick Charizard?
it's a Hops Zacian. How's
I
that
only know
sound?
Charizard and Pikachu.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him either. But like, I pulled up a list, like a price list, a general price list of like the most valuable cards in this set that we opened, and we hit a couple good ones. Like, I paid like $200 or so for the box, and we made in cards. We pulled like $220 or $230 worth of cards out of it, maybe $240 up to. So we did pretty well. You know, I can't complain. It was a really fun time. Like, the most important thing was that I got a chance to do that with him and with them, because his sister, I didn't think she was going to be interested in it, but she wanted to be a part of it. And so it's just like a experience that I got with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
that's
I
awesome.
videotaped it. Like, I did like the camera behind, the camera facing down on the cards, and I did the camera showing us and stuff. So we did, because he's watched those breaks before. Like, he knows how it works. He's like, okay, so what's the chase card? You know, and like, he knows all the stuff and whatever. He knew PSA. He knew how much it cost to get a card graded. Like, he's like, it's crazy. It's so funny what these kids actually like, how plugged in they are to certain things.
Nowadays.
Yeah. So he's going to be excited about it. And I got him another box for Christmas. Don't tell him. No spoilers.
Secret safe with me.
But-
That goes for you too. Don't tell him.
That's right. We had for a brief time, there was a Pokemon channel at my job, and then they stopped doing the Pokemon channel, but he had all this extra Pokemon stuff laying around. So I was like, hey, what are you doing with that?
Nice.
And so I was able to buy one for him. So it's been in my room for like months.
Dude, how sick would it be if you fucking find a crazy like $100,000 card in there?
Yeah, you never know. It would be fun.
never do know.
$100,000, maybe not, but like maybe if we found a $1,000 card, that would be fucking incredible.
Oh my god!
This kid would wet his pants,
kid,
you know, and that would be the most like that would be the best thing, right? No, I would never. I would never. But I would give it. What I would do is give it to his parents, and I'd be like, "Hey, don't fucking lose this."
Yeah, get this.
You know.
Put it. In
Or
case and-
if we pulled like $1,000 card or something like that, I would just take it and get it graded right away. I would send it out to get graded, you know, and then go from there. I would actually take it, but I wouldn't take it from him. I would
Yeah,
just
of
take it to
course.
get graded
Yeah, to do the right
because
thing.
that's the right thing to do. Yeah, if we actually did pull like a really good card,
Now,
the most expensive card we pulled was like maybe $50 or something like that.
you ever afraid that you pull the card, you know it's mint, you know it's going to be a good grade, but when you pack it up to ship it, that it could possibly lose its value in the shipping process? Like, is
Yeah,
there a way?
that's definitely makes you nervous. I felt that, you know. I did all the right things. I did what I was supposed to do. I packed it the correct way, but I was still like, oh fuck, what if it? And here's the funny thing, like when I sent the first card away, that downtown that I hit, this is like, you know, when I hit it, it was like a $1,500 card, somewhere in that range. I'm like, oh my God, I got to send this thing out. So I put it in the sleeve the way they tell you to do it and, you know, sent it away. Packed it the correct way that they tell you to pack it. I put my I paid the little extra for the expedited processing and whatever. They put a picture of it. They take a picture of it when they get it, and they put that picture on the app. And I guess they must have had the picture. They took the picture with the plastic sleeve on it still. But that picture looked so fucking bad. When I saw it on the app, I was like, oh my God. I was like, either I was totally wrong and that thing is actually shit, or it got fucked up in the mail. So I thought that my shit was fucked up. I was like, oh my fucking God. Turns out they must have just taken the picture at a weird angle with the plastic sleeve still on there. So the plastic sleeve had some abrasion to it, you know? So I was like, oh my God, I'm fucked right now. But it turned out that it was just the plastic sleeve and the thing got a 10. But yeah, that's a concern. But you insure it if you want to insure it. If you think if it's like a $1,500 card, I'm buying the insurance at the post office. And that's what I did for that card. When I brought it to the post office myself, I said, I need to insure this thing. How much do you insure it for? $1,500. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way, if anything bad happened to it,
You get your money back.
yeah,
No questions asked. Yeah.
pretty much. Probably some questions, to be real.
Yeah.
Probably some questions asked.
A
But
lot of paperwork.
I'd be asking a lot of questions. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's what I would do. So I hope we have that. I hope this kid hits a fucking $1,000 card. That would be so fun.
I would like to open a box of cards, but I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know what anything is.
The tough part is like it's not knowing what you're looking for. It's the odds are so bad that you're going to actually hit something. You know what I mean? Like you could spend a lot of money, like $500, $600, $800, $1,000 on one box of cards
And get nothing.
and get nothing. Nothing.
Ugh,
You know,
that's
like the nice thing
so
about
tough.
buying into a break like what we do at work is you're buying a specific team. So now it's say the Eagles or whatever it is, and then we open a half a case of something, or in some cases a full case of something, not just one box. So we'll open 8 boxes or 6 boxes or whatever it is. So now you have the opportunity to hit so any Eagles cards, except for base cards, but any Eagles cards that come out, that's what you get. You get all of them, no matter what comes out. Eagles, yours. But it's not just one box, it's half a case of something.
Jeez.
So you get a better chance of actually hitting something good because you're opening 8 big-time boxes instead of one big-time box. So you could spend like $500 on one box, or you could spend $200 on one team, and you get whatever you get. Either way, you get $500 on a box, you get whatever you get. $200 on a team, you get whatever you get. So that's a way to go about it. Like if you really wanted to chase something, if there was something you really wanted, like, man, I really want a Saquon Barkley downtown, then you buy into, you know, Don Russ breaks or Optic breaks when Optic comes out, and you just buy the Eagles in these breaks, and you know, however much it costs, you know, if you look at it in terms of how many boxes you would have had to open to get it, it's usually cheaper to buy into the break. Just when you're talking about, unless you just get super lucky and hit one, like you buy the box and you hit one, you know what I mean? But you just have to get, like, you could collect for your whole life and not hit a card like that in a regular ass box.
Yeah.
But it is fun though.
Like tons of like cool comic books. Like when Superman died back when we were kids, I had like the first run of those.
That's cool.
Ship it.
Oh, by the way, speaking of your cards, like I have your cards. I got to get them back to you the next time I see you. But you have that one. I think card is worth like $100 or something like that. The Mickey Mantle and stuff. None of them are worth like a lot because I took them out of the cases and like checked them out, and they're all pretty heavily damaged.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, but I did check into it, and I just been forgetting to bring it up, but I do have them for you, and I'll make sure I give them to you next time I see you.
Yeah, I do. I forgot all about them.
I have them in a little stack that I see them every day when I have like a little chest of drawers or whatever you want to call it, and they're just sitting on there. I see them pretty much every day.
What's up, pup? You want to be on the show? Be a guest?
Did your dog watch Stranger Things? Does your dog have any takes?
She gave it 2 paws up.
Oh yeah, nice. Front paws or back paws?
Front. Nice. She did the high five. Hey, no, give me a few minutes.
So we got 2 more volumes coming out. Is it going to be 4 episodes per volume? Do you know that? How many episodes and are we expecting to continue? Because you said the last episode's 2 hours. First of all, now I'm going to say this. 4
episodes left.
4 episodes left?
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2 and 2, you think?
I think it's going to be
or
3 and 1.
Oh.
3 and 1 because the last one is a feature length, basically. I can tell you right now the names of the episodes.
Okay. Lay it on me.
All right, so we have so far watched The Crawl, The Vanishing of Holly Wheeler, The Turnbow Trap, and The Sorcerer. The next set of episodes will be Chapter 5, Shock Jock, Escape from Camazotz, The Bridge, and Chapter 8, The Right Side Up.
Oh, okay.
So we already know what Escape from Camazotz is. That's going to be where Max and Holly get out of the caves, essentially. Shock Jock, I think that's going to be obviously something major to do with that radio tower.
Radio station, yeah.
Um,
maybe the dudes who beat up Dustin go and assault. They launch an assault on the radio station. The jocks and the shock jock, and then they maybe electrocute them all to death. Shock jocks. I'm just kidding. They're not going to do
that. I don't think we're going to.
Oh, God.
I don't think we're going to see those kids anymore.
No, yeah, we definitely have to. We
you
definitely
think so?
have to. Oh,
you
yeah.
They're going to fuck with Dustin one more time? Like when
something's going to happen, and they're going to.
Somebody.
No, it's probably going to be like Will will be with them. Will be with him, and then Will will just like fucking fuck them up. Be like, poosh, gosh, poosh, and just like throw them all over the place or something like that. I don't know. Knock their heads together.
Yeah. It'd be fun. But yeah, dude, it's only going to get better. I wish that there was a way that I could go see the Broadway play. I don't know where it's playing.
I didn't even know there was a Broadway play.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there music, like singing and stuff, or just a straight play?
You know, I don't know. But apparently it answers a lot of questions.
Interesting.
It ties in a lot.
Okay.
So, like, obviously, all the super diehards, they're going to see it. But I guess we're not diehard enough.
I can't consider myself a diehard. Like, there's probably people who, like, have the haircut and wear the clothes and like,
oh yeah,
you know, they know all the lore. You know, there's people who are into Stranger Things as hard as the Stranger Things kids are into Dungeons and Dragons. You know, like that's their Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if they ever came out with a Stranger Things video game, I'd play it. I'd buy it. They'd get my money. Fighting Demogorgons and Vecna and shit, that'd be cool as hell, dude.
If they made a Stranger Things video game, they'd have to make it look like an 80s video game or a 90s video game, like a old school video game. Yeah. You'd have to make it look like Pitfall or something like that, you know? Like really primitive.
That'd be cool. I'd still play it. Dude, there's so many cool 80s nods in there. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. It's a good, I mean, 80s nods, nothing. I mean, straight up 80s. You know what I mean? Like, it's 80s, dude.
Yeah. Killer job. Shout to you, Duffer Brothers. Keep making cool shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have loved another season of this, but I get that you have to end it. You know, you have to.
Yeah, it's gotta end. I can see maybe a spinoff with one or two surviving characters. We'll see. But the big thing is we're gonna lose somebody big this time. It's gonna suck.
Yeah, when do you think that happens? Second to last episode, right?
Dude, they might rip the Band-Aid off right away. But I see it more in a final battle sequence of sorts.
Oh, so you think last episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
But speaking of battle sequences, how sick was it that that one battle where we saw Vecna at the Max Z? That was like a 1:27 single shot when they were following the kids, and Mike's like, "Follow me. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna get to Radio Shack."
Right.
That was single shot, dude.
Yeah. That was cool.
Fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's fun when they do stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of movies that have done that, but it's always very cool when they can pull something like that off, especially with like considering all the like CGI and everything else that had to go into that as well, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was a lot. That's so cool. Badass. Super badass.
Yeah, man.
Love it. Can't wait. Yeah. But that's gonna end it for us. Sorry that we were kind of all over the place. My ADD brain. Dave
No
keeps me in
spoilers.
check as
No
much as I
spoilers.
can. Yeah, never a spoiler here. But yeah, guys, check us out every week.
I thought your microphone just shut off. I thought your
Could you
microphone.
imagine? It wouldn't be surprising.
No.
But yeah, guys, check us out every week on YouTube, youtube.com/the Two Clouded Mind Show. You can find us everywhere you get podcasts at Two Clouded Minds. We're all over social media, the same at Two Clouded Minds. If you want to stalk us individually, I'm at Chris_is_not_funny on Instagram.
DC in the City on all social media. See you next week.
Dave, thanks for being around.
You got it,
You're
man.
awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for putting up with my shit every week.
No problem. No problem. And for everybody out there, don't you worry, because we will have another Stranger Things recap episode after the final season, after the final episode. We'll do like a whole breakdown, a whole recap and breakdown for you.
And maybe, just maybe, we'll discuss this off camera, but maybe we'll have a guest zoom in and we'll talk about that.
All right. Very good.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. As always, we love you. Stay clouded.